So yeah, Gerald,
Hi, Silvia.
we've been talking a little bit about in our course how we're gonna work with body symptoms, and you just remembered that you had a body symptom the other night, that you did a little bit of your own inner work around it.
Yeah.
If that's okay, if you could tell it again, and I might ask you some questions and see if we can unfold it a little bit together.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
Does that help?
So what happened was I woke in the middle of the night or early hours of the morning, and I was a bit restless. And I know for me, I hold tension in my solar plexus, just under the rib cage there, and I could feel this sort of, but it felt a little bit different to how it normally feels. It's sort of tense and a bit uncomfortable. And I thought, well, I can't sleep anyway. I'm just going to focus on this discomfort. And as I did so, I felt it was a bit different. It seemed to extend above into my chest, above the solar plexus into my chest, and then down into my lower belly.
You want to show on your body where, yeah?
Yeah, sort of like, so there, down to about here, that really middle bit, you know.
Right.
And the weird thing about it was, or maybe you want to ask any questions, or shall I just keep going?
No, keep saying it. You said the weird thing about it was like...
It felt both rigid on the one hand and sort of moving in a slightly agitating way on the other. So it was both.
You're making some movements already.
Yeah, it was sort of like,
you said
it was sort of
rigid,
oscillating
like...
or moving a bit. And it was quite like, but it was quite rigid, like a pole or something, you know, like a shaft or something. And so I just sat with it for a bit.
Rigid, like something that is rigid, but it was kind of vibrating in itself.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Rigid and moving. So that's right. And vertical.
Jittering or...
Sorry?
Jittering or vibrating. You made some hand movements. Yeah,
like that. I don't know, the snake movement or it just, and I realized that was what was making it uncomfortable. It wasn't just sitting still. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just try and focus, even though it's uncomfortable, I'll just try and focus on the sensation. And
so can I just ask you, so this is a body symptom you've unfolded many times for yourself, but this time it had a slightly different, it was slightly different.
It was.
It was longer and it had this kind of like rigid yet moving.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's funny, I can see your dog moving, and it reminds me that your dog is doing a little thing with its tail and resting. I thought that's the same thing. Normally, normally it's like a sleeping dog. It just sits there. It's a bit uncomfortable in my solar plexus. But this one was like your dog. It was sort of like and that's unusual. And also that it extended up and down is unusual. It normally sits right, and it's like a stone or a rock or a balloon or something in the middle. This one was vertical and extended and moving.
Yeah, great hand movement.
Yeah,
doing
really.
this, huh?
Yeah, just like that's right, like that. Yeah.
So you went into it a little bit more by yourself, and
so
what did you discover?
Well, just to say, I almost didn't, because it was a bit unpleasant, and I thought, I should take a pill or get up or something, you know.
Okay, so a bit of an edge came up.
Definitely a bit of an edge. I don't really want to focus. Not much fun. I'm not enjoying this. But then I thought, no, come on, no, we could do that later. It doesn't work. But so I just thought, okay, I'm going to focus on this wobbling, moving column of something inside me, and I just tried to feel it and wait and be patient. And I suddenly got this image of a fence post, like a big fence post in the ground, but wobbly, like, you see them sometimes on farms. The post is somehow the ground's got soggy and a cow is pushed against it or some animal is pushed against it. And the thing is now, it's deep in the ground. It's never coming out, but it's moving. Because it's so deep in the clay. Down there, it's very sticky, and you're not going to pull the thing out. You can wobble as much as you like, but you think, I'll be able to get this out. No way you're going to get this out.
No way.
But it's very so
But it's kind of wobbly at the top, but really centered or really like
stuck. It's deep, stuck in the ground. I'm not coming out. I am what was this phrase that came to me? Yeah, I'm staying put.
I'm staying put.
Yeah,
It's like a
right.
fence post that
Yeah.
has been there for a long time. Also,
Yeah,
so you're
Yeah.
saying the words to it. I'm staying put.
Yeah, I'm staying put. But the top of me is like your dog's tail. It's like, you know, it's and it's once I got that, then I felt a bit better. I thought, okay, somehow that was a bit relieving.
You got something out of that.
Yeah.
Out of that insight that it, like, which one, that it's wobbly at the top because
Probably
people have been leaning against it, or cars or something, or the bottom that says I'm staying put.
You know, I think really it was just getting an image at all. I felt immediately better to have the fence post, the ground. I just thought, okay, that helps. I can sort of, I think I almost went back to sleep at that point, I'll think about this in the morning, because I've already got something really weird and interesting. And it sort of, it was also helpful because I never have that experience of the length and movement. So that was great to say fence post, right? Fence post.
Fence post, and deep in the ground.
Yeah.
Something very grounded.
Yeah, that's
Maybe?
right. That's right. And thank you for thinking that, because afterwards I thought, first I felt a bit uneasy. I thought, well, that's not a very good image. You know, I don't want to be a wobbly fence post. Like, who wants to be that? You know, not good.
There was a judgment about that.
Yeah, a little judgment. Like, I want to be a sort of a firm fence post. You know, I want to be someone you can rely on. You can climb over them and hold the stock in or something. I don't want to be wobbly. So that was a bit of a sort of, you know, in the days that followed, and then I realized, but it's very in the ground. That felt a bit better. And I don't know, I started to wonder about the bendy reed or the something, but I felt a bit better knowing I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. It was saying, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could stick with that for a moment, and
Yes,
just
I'm not
go
going
deep
anywhere.
in the ground.
You can move me around if you like. You can see that the wires around me get a bit slack sometimes, but don't imagine I'm coming out.
That's great. What a useful image.
Yeah.
And the message. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say something more about it.
You know, I think probably, if I'm honest, I identify more with wobbly than with being very grounded. So I think it was very helpful for me to feel like whatever I might seem on the surface, something down there is very, very in the ground. And that's a relieving feeling for me.
That's a relieving feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
To know that even though sometimes you feel at the top, it's like wobbling a little bit, like you say, something is very grounded, deep in the ground. And you said, like, you can't get me out here.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel immediately somehow more secure and just generally better. Yeah.
Wow, that's excellent. Is there like one area where you might need this especially, or in your life? That knowledge that you are actually deeply grounded.
You know, I sometimes feel I have too many balls in the air. I'm doing many, many different things: work, family, a bit of land I've got up north, a boat I like to sail. And I sometimes think, wow, you know, I'm a bit all over the place. And I think the thing that's helpful for me is like, I'm also, you know, there's a commonality here. There's something you need to be with that too. That's good for me to keep.
Wow.
I think so. That's helpful for me to keep remembering you're in the ground. You're not going anywhere. It's good. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, thank you, Gerald.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Thank you. Good question.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So